Three men, William Vasquez, Clinton Harris, and Andy Forbes, became convicts today when they were found guilty of the 2012 murder of Joseph Myers. The judgment was delivered by Supreme Court Justice Colin Williams, who presided over the trial, which began more than a week ago. The prosecution was represented by Crown Counsel, a witch who relied on the testimonies of Alibis Oliveira, Fenton, and Danny Maskall, who all placed the three convicts at the scene at the time of the fatal shooting.
Two of the Crown witnesses who were testified were brothers, and they placed Andy Forbes and Tyrone Harris on the scene as the first two shooters who started shooting. The third Crown witness was able to identify not only Andy Forbes and Clinton Harris, but also William Vasquez. And that is why the judge was sure as to identification. All these witnesses grew up in the same neighborhood. They knew each other from the time they were kids. So these were not strangers. And they were observed at very close distances, which is why the judge felt sure that the identity of the accused persons was indeed correct.
Vasquez and Forbes told the court that they were nowhere near the scene at the time of the incident. Their alibis were not accepted. Harris sought to take the rap for the deadly shooting. He gave investigators a caution statement saying his intention was not to kill Myers, but Oliveira.
There was a caution statement involved in the case that was given by Clinton Tyrone Harris. He basically admitted to going to the location on the day in question, and he basically said that the other two accused were not involved. It was just him, but that he went there not to kill Joseph Myers, but to kill the person who ended up being the Crown witness. So that statement was admitted. The statement was actually given after Clinton Harris had been charged. So the police had already gotten statements from all the eyewitnesses, and Clinton Harris, for whatever reason, decided to give the statement the day he was already charged. And he gave this statement after consulting with the other two accused persons. And of note is that all three persons are related. William Vasquez and Clinton Harris are brothers, and Andy Forbes is their cousin.
On June 15, 2012, the trio ambushed a group of men who were socializing on the veranda of Living Hope Preparatory School on Maskall Street, Belize City. The trio opened fire on the group, hitting 4 men, including Myers, whose injuries proved fatal. The other 3 victims survived. It was a calculated attack for which Vasquez, Harris, and Forbes will later learn how many years they will be spending behind bars for.
The basic facts of this case are that Joseph Myers was along with 3 of the prosecution witnesses socializing when they saw William Vasquez pass in a taxi. So they decided to move from one location within the Living Hope Preparatory School compound to the main building. And while they were at the main building, Andy Forbes and Clinton Tyrone Harris approached from the back of the building and started firing. And in the process of that firing, Joseph Myers was shot and his friends dispersed, running away for their lives. And some of them ran towards the back of the building where William Vasquez was waiting for anyone who was going to be escaping through the back, and he was armed with a firearm, and he attacked one of the Crown witnesses who jumped over the railing of the school at the back. William Vasquez landed on him and was hitting him with a firearm in the head. And Andy Forbes was there present, and he placed the gun to the head of that witness and pulled the trigger, and the gun failed to fire. That is when Clinton Tyrone Harris came to the back of the building as well, and Andy Forbes told him, shoot in her head, referring to the Crown witness who was struggling with William Vasquez. And the witness managed to get William Vasquez from on top of him and started to struggle with Clinton Tyrone Harris, who Andy Forbes had said, shoot in her head. He managed to wrestle the gun away and punch Clinton Tyrone Harris, and he fell to the ground, and that is when that witness managed to escape. And it was only after he escaped that he realized that he had been shot. The other witness who had run to the back of the building had managed to hide under the veranda of the building, and so the 3 accused did not see him when he was at the back of the building hiding, but he heard pretty much what was going on with the 3 accused and the other Crown witness.
Attorney Simon Sampson represented Vasquez and Harris, while Forbes was represented by attorney Nigel Ebanks. Sentencing was deferred to December 7, 2018. Reporting for News 5, Hipolito, Novelo.